Hello everyone, in this video we will have a look at the question 2 of the week 7, which is Newton method. So firstly, let's have a look at the Newton method from the lecture note here. We can implement the algorithm from this clear description in the next page. So just firstly we need to have an evaluation from the f prime x, which we needed here. We need to be careful that it won't be 0. We need to have a initial value for x0. So we can start the loop x sub k plus 1, and we need to have a tolerance, error tolerance, so which we will set it epsilon bar, and then either we will calculate absolute error or relative error. Then we will compare that. If the relative error is bigger than tolerance, then we will continue the loop. Otherwise, we will stop the algorithm. We can have a look at the Wikipedia page for the notion of the Newton's method. As you can see that if we have a monotone function, we can see the convergence to the root clearly here. Now let's have a look at the Matlab code here. So we define function handle here, which is question 2 part C. We can easily evaluate the derivative of the function handle in terms of x. We set the tolerance and k equal 1 not equal 0, and we set the initial value to be 0, and here we start the loop, and the loop can be x or a sub k plus 1 equal xk minus the fraction that you see there, and we can calculate the absolute error or relative error here. Relative error is here, and we can calculate the convergence rate here as we discussed in previous video, or we can plot the function. Now let's run the Matlab code. We can see that with this initial value, which is x0 equals 0, we can see that we obtain this 0.206 here, and we do have another root there. We have also other roots in negative parts of the x. We can change the value of the initial point, and we can see that we obtain the second positive root here, and we need to be careful about the choosing the initial value. So if we choose initial value to be equal to, then we will have the code which is little bit weird answer. So you see that 2.57 is not a root, not at all. We can obtain the value of a. We can see that the loop has been repeated 1000 times, and we don't have any convergence for any root of the function. So this means we need to be careful about choosing the initial value of the x for starting Newton method.